afternoon, everybody. I would like to welcome you all to the last session of this webinar series, which is being conducted by SolutionBuggy jointly in association with the MSMEDI and NIMSME. The event, as you all know, is Food Pro Mega Summit 2022. It has been a fabulous summit over the last 5 days and over 10 sessions. We have reached to the last session. As you all know, we have started from 13th and today is the last day. Morning we had a session on what are the government schemes and grants that are available. There was a very good response both from the speakers and as well as from the participants. The final topic that we have taken up for today is new age marketing techniques and export opportunities. So wherein we'll be talking about new marketing channels, such as you would have heard of B2C, direct to consumer, subscription based channels, and the potential for export opportunities in the F&B sector. So these are a few things that we will be looking at in the next 90 minutes. Before I start, a quick introduction to SolutionBuggy. Most of you are already aware. We are an online platform to connect the manufacturing industries with the experts. We are proud to say we are India's largest platform for the MSME sector, and we have about 10,000 experts on the platform and have completed almost 2,300 projects across India over the last 6 years. Our core focus has been in food and beverage, chemical, pharma, aerospace and defense, and also some of the new emerging, trending and emerging fields such as ethanol, battery manufacturing, EV vehicle designs, etc. I am Guru Prasad Bangle. I am director at SolutionBuggy and have about 20 plus years of experience in consulting. I head the technology division here and also look after projects, especially in the food and beverage sector. With this, I would like to thank all the associate sponsors for the event. There have been almost 15 sponsors who have been with us through the last 10 sessions and helped us in making this event a success. I would like to introduce the speakers for today's session. Firstly, I have Mr. Fani Prakash. He has about 20 years of experience in the food value business, spanning right from R&D, analytical research, manufacturing, and getting contract manufacturing. He's run turnkey projects and has been an expert in food quality and food safety. He's an NABL assessor and a FOSTAC trainer. Currently, he is a director of PFS Research Private Limited. He'll be talking about export opportunities today. We welcome you, Mr. Fani Prakash. Next, I have Ms. Kirtana. She's an MBA in Agribusiness Management. She studied in Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. She's also worked there as a senior research fellow in the PMFME scheme at TNAU. She's now with the APIDA, which is the Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority. It's an autonomous body under the Department of Commerce, Government of India undertaking, for promoting agricultural and horticultural product exports from the country. So she'll be talking about how APIDA as a government body will help in the export of food products, what are the previous year statistics, and what are the opportunities that an entrepreneur can expect. Finally, we have Ms. Darshana Thakkar. She is an MSME transformation specialist with hardcore industry experience of almost 25 years. She is an expert in transformation, cost reduction, and utilization of resources. She is an electrical engineer and has done an MBA in operations and has very good experience, industry experience in managing business operations. She's also associated with CED, Government of Gujarat, as a business function expert in entrepreneurship development. And we ourselves have seen that she's very active in nurturing entrepreneurs, especially in Western India. We welcome you, Ms. Darshana.
Thank you very much.
So with that, I would now want to call upon Mr. Fani Prakash to walk us through the export opportunity.
Yeah, very good afternoon. Very good afternoon, and thank you very much, Mr. Guru Prasad, the giving me the opportunity on behalf of SolutionBuggy. Also, you are representing in throughout India. So I heard about you a lot. So thank you very much for this opportunity for me. And shall I proceed in the session now?
Yes, please. You can share your presentation.
So the today topic on food exports and opportunities and strategies. So my focus on food exports and opportunities. Myself, Fani Prakash. I am talking on behalf of Pioneer Food Solutions. I am working as a director. It is a division of a PFS Research Program. So before going to the food exports, we need to understand about what is the export in India scenarios. At the present, export contribution is at 20% of the India's GDP. Out of that, MSME's involvement is high. That is almost over a third part of the GDP of India, while accounting half of the country's exports. They generate employment opportunities and currently employ almost 110 million people across the country, which is why they are aptly regarded as the backbone of the Indian economy. So now you understand the MSME importance of India, and it is a major contribution of our GDP. And you should know about what is the critical.
Yes. Sorry. Oh, we are not able to see the presentation.
You are not able to see?
Yeah.
You are able to see or not?
No. Can you do a share screen?
Yes. Are you able to see now?
Yeah, now we are able.
So again, so the topic on food exports, opportunities and strategies.
Right.
So myself, Fani Prakash. So I already told about my company also, Pioneer Food Solutions. So before starting the export of the food exports, we need to know about the exports. So at present, exports contribution about 20% of India's GDP. In that, MSME contribution 1/3. So the exports and the generate employment opportunity almost 110 million people in the country. So now you have to understand the MSME importance of the in India backbone. So what is the critical is to use technology and entry to barrier of the million of MSME across India to participate in export opportunities. So GDP important because agriculture sector share in India GDP you need to understand now. So in the first slide I told about the GDP of exports, that is a 20% of the share. Now we are going into the agriculture sector share India GDP. That is GDP is important because it gives the information about the size of the economy and how an economy is performing. The growth rate of real GDP is often used as an indicator of the general health of the economy. So this is the GDP abbreviation, and agriculture and allied sector share in India, that is a 20.19% in our GDP. If you come to the food exports, share is 1.24% in GDP. That means very low in stage right now. If you see the trends for 2023, an export target is $23.56 billion. Has been fixed by the agriculture and processed food products basket, the commerce and ministries target, and The past 4 months, it's already reached 9.6 billion exports. Export opportunities for the food industries. There is a vast scope of Indian brands, value-driven products, and homegrown quality is very likely to increase the share. The increasing penetration of Indian food into global palates is a further contributing to its as market for value added.
Mr. Funny Prakash, the slides are not
to
moving.
extend beyond
the slides are not moving.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
The vast scope of Indian brands, value-driven products, and homegrown quality is very likely to increase the share. So now it is increasing. The increasing of penetration of Indian food into global palates is further contributing to its as market for value-added Indian products is now starting to extend beyond the diaspora and entering many mainstream segments. So you understand the GDP part of exports is a 20%. Out of that, our agriculture allied sector exports are 20% of the GDP. In that, 1.24% only the export contribution into our GDP. So there is a huge demand, and we need to improve our country GDP through our exports. And the another indication that export opportunities for the food industries is a huge. That is one thing like a direct exporting, export opportunities. That is direct exporting means a sale of good abroad with involving middleman. In case of direct exporting, firm itself undertakes selling its products overseas and it's responsible by establishing a company owns corporate export provision, by appointing a foreign sales representative agent, through foreign-based distributor and retailers agents, through foreign-based state trading and corporation, through overseas sales branches. This direct exporting always indicates the big companies. And majority of our MSME segment is coming under indirect exporting. So that we have to be focused on this segment. That indirect exporting means sale of goods abroad through a middleman. Indirect exporting involves using help of independent middleman and sales intermediaries, and that takes a responsibility of sending products to foreign countries. Some major types of intermediaries have indirect exporting are commission agents, domestic-based export merchants or export trade companies, buying or purchasing agents, export agents, export management companies, cooperative organizations. So our majority of the MSME rooted to indirect exporting only. So agriculture export policy, how it is helping our exports. In India, to promote the agriculture exports, the government has introduced the comprehensive agriculture export policy, AEP, the following vision: harness and export potential of Indian agriculture, global power agriculture, and raise the farmers' income. Inter alia, the objectives of the agriculture export policy as under to diversify export basket destinations and boost high value and value added agriculture exports, including a focus on perishable food products. The second is to promote a novel, indigenous, organic, ethnic, traditional and non-traditional agri product exports. The third one is to provide an institutional mechanism for pursuing a market access, tackling barriers and dealing with the sanitary and phytosanitary issues. The fourth one is to strive to double India's share in the world agri exports by integrating with the global value chains. The fifth one is enable farmers to get benefit of export opportunity in overseas market. This is our agriculture export policy. It's a Ministry of Commerce as given as a vision. Okay. Further, we have another schemes also there. There are financial assistance schemes and Ministry of Commerce and Industry, how they are supporting. The Department of Commerce under Ministry of the Commerce Industry has also initiated several schemes to promote exporters, including trade infrastructure for the export schemes, market access initiatives. These are the different schemes are available. In addition to that, assistance to the exporters, Agriculture products are also available under the export promotion schemes of EPEDA, marine products of Exports Development Authority, MPEDA, tobacco board, that is a tea board, a coffee board, a rubber board, and there are different boards are available in India. Ministry of Commerce is supporting. These are all the government initiatives are there. Export policy is also there. The third is that government body, which I am not elaborating now, and it will be elaborated by the Ms. Keertana in the further sessions. So the government bodies who are supporting our exports, the majorly that is Agriculture Processed Food Exports and Development Authority, EPEDA, and Export Inspection Council, EIC. What EIC is taking care about in the sense, they are doing a testing part and they are doing inspection, certification also. So it's a combination of works. EPEDA also supporting marketing linkages. And again, Indian Oil Seeds and Produce Export Promotion Council available. Other commodity boards like Spice Board, Coffee Board, Tea Board, there are different boards are available in Department of Commerce, Government of India. These government initiatives are supporting all the exporters. If you go to the export opportunities for the food industries, there are multiple categories of the foods. If you consider that dairy products, fats, edible oils, and edible ices, and fruits and vegetables, confectionery, cereals and cereal products, bakery products, meat products, fish products, egg and egg products, sweeteners, salts, spices, foodstuffs. Fourth one is the beverage. Fifth is the ready-to-eat savories. Sixth is the prepared food, including like food services also is exporting from here to another countries. The 99 is the indirect, which is not a food. It is a part of the food. So that substances added to the food, which are not for the direct consumption as a food. Those things are a very important. Manufacturing units have an opportunity in the throughout the world. So that category of the business in exports, trade merchant exporter or manufacturing export, indirect exporting. And the same time, manufacturing, exporting, distribution channel. So who has the capability to till the export level of the consumer. So that is a direct exporting. And the people who wanted to go into the export, they have to have a knowledge on food process and quality, nutritional facts versus shelf life, food safety compliance versus the shelf life. They need to understand the humidity versus shelf life. They need to know about the temperature with the shelf life. They need to understand the packing and packaging materials with the shelf lives, logistics with the shelf life. This command has to be have all the exporters who are involving into these activities. So now as Mr. Guru Prasad said, it is a D2C improved a lot. As recently 8 years ago, if an Indian MSME wanted to set up an export business, they had to visit a global trade fairs, book orders, figure out the logistics, shipping, and then wait for the payments to come in. Now all of this achieved seamlessly thanks to e-commerce. This is where e-commerce export can benefit Indian MSME. That is, e-commerce export enable a business to sell directly to the customer across the world. It helps the business transcend boundaries and get access to the much larger pool of customers. It also provides an easy to adopt a scale mechanism. And this is what now the booming area e-commerce platforms are increasing in India. A laser sharp focus of empowering Indian MSME to leverage e-commerce and drive Indian exports can help us address the Prime Minister vision, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat, and support the rise of the global D2C brands from the India. So now you know about how India e-commerce sites are performing. You know Amazon, the Flipkart, Tata ClickView, Big Basket, Grofers, and Zomato. And Zomato also, they have operations outside of the India. And if you see the different companies, they are setting up their operations in out of the India, and where we have an opportunity. And there are Ninja card is there, India Mart is there, Horeca stop is there for the B2B business. Now, the second aspect, one, what we discussed in the previous slide, that is like a packaged food, comes under if you do service oriented industries which are establishing in the outside of the India. If you see the Indian restaurant chains are expansion in the worldwide. Example, Haldirams. And there are so many other companies also expanding in the restaurant chains from Hyderabad, Paradise Biryani also expanding into different locations. And you can see the Zomato worldwide operations. And if you can able to see the Indian QSR setups, and in QSR, you can consider this Haldirams also, they are doing the setups. And apart from that, Almanda House and Polarity also, they are coming up with their Indian QSRs in different countries from Hyderabad. Indian cloud kitchens also setups are happening in a frequent based. So we used to get so many calls from the Australia and as well as the US, the people who are going to set up their cloud kitchens. We are supporting from here onwards, here only. So the demand of service industry also establishing. That means it is indicating to export our Indian commodities to these people and intermediate products. If you have any intermediate products, that also you can able to introduce into these markets. So now we are going into the statistics of the export of the food products. If you see the statistics, our major exports, agriculture exports to the USA, Bangladesh, China, UAE, Indonesia, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Nepal, and Malaysia. The other important countries like Korea, Japan, Italy, and the UK. During 2021, USA was the largest importer of Indian agricultural products with the worth of $5.7 billion. The share is 11.5% of the total export. Bangladesh is the major import of agri and allied products, US 3.8 billion, followed by UAE at US 2.3 billion. USA and China are major importer of India's marine products. So that also we are discussing in the next slide. The government of India is keen to organize the virtual buyer seller markets, that is VBSM, on agriculture and food products with the major importing countries across the world to promote a geographical indications registered with the agriculture processed food products in India. So far, 17 BSM have been organized with the Kuwait, Indonesia, Switzerland, Belgium, and Iran. So you please understand the virtual buyer seller meets are happening routed through Ministry of the Commerce. Okay. And the same time, you need to understand the other part of like Belgium and similar programs have been organized for the Canada, UAE, USA for the GA products. Germany, South Africa, Australia, Thailand, Oman, Bhutan, Azerbaijan, and Qatar. The government has set up a 13 agri cells in Indian embassies in Vietnam. Please remember, the government has set up a 13 agri cells in Indian embassies in Vietnam, USA, Bangladesh, Nepal, UAE, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, China, Japan, and Argentina to provide inputs on real-time basis to improve Indian export at this destination by promoting trade, tourism, technology, and investment goals. So these are the statistics are available. Apart from that, agriculture products, again, the statistics related to the marine products. So from India, almost 123 countries, we are supplying the marine products. In that, USC retained the title as a major import of Indian seafood. So the total, if you see the export from the coastal of Tamil Nadu to Kerala to till the Orissa. So the major exporters are available in this coastal belt. So that they are almost sending a 43.545% of share in USD out of 123 countries. China continued to be the second largest market destination for Indian seafood. So just to understand, it is a 15.14% in USD earnings and 19.5% in quantity terms. China is importing almost 2,66,989 metric ton of the seafood worth USD 1175.05 million. So now the third is that European continue to be the third largest destination for the Indian seafood with a share of 14.98% in USD. the export to EU has shown a positive trend, 42.29%. So then it indicates the in rupee value, USD terms and quantity respectively. Southeast Asia, the fourth largest market destination, Indian marine products according for share 10.04% in USD. Japan is the fifth largest destination of Indian seafood with a share 5.68% in USD earnings and 6.60% in quantity terms. Then the Middle East is the sixth largest destination for Indian seafood, share 3.91% in USD values terms. Now, if you see that the similar question, why? Because it is showing the 123 countries, the marine export is industries, now it become organized. If you see the previous trends, once upon a time, when I worked in Vimta Labs in 2002, the export of marine to other countries, it was rejected the containers because of antibiotics. At the same time, agriculture products like grape exports in 2002, the issue happened, the pesticide residues. So those shipments also was rejected. So that time, the government initiated all the regulatory agencies like EPIDA, EAC. Then they took over the organizing of the food industry into unorganized sector to organized sector. Still, there is a lack now in the agriculture exports. But once you come to the marine export, it's almost organized in India. They have a full knowledge about the export-oriented works and best products to the exports. For example, it is, you understand the commodities. Always it is a commodity, always spices, fruits and vegetables. You have to understand there will be always the restriction for the rice export, sugar export, wheat exports, because it is against the food security. Based on the food security, they will allow you to make a export. And coming into the marine and meat, as you said, the marine is the topmost exporters from southern India. Okay. And the third is the beverages, as a demand of alcohol and the wine. That is also a demanded products are and increasing the volume of the business in outside of the India. Ready to cook and ready to eat. Indian, you can target the people who are Indian residents. So those people you can able to target. That is also is increasing day by day. And at the same time, organic and healthy choices. You know, is a majority contribution is organic only, including like a dietary supplements and botanical ingredients, which are exporting from India. The huge quantity to the New Zealand and Australia and as well as the US and Europe countries. So those countries are always they're demanding on organic certification. So please remember what you are going to supply to the different countries and their healthy choices also you need to understand. So these are the areas is improvement. You can able to focus on your exports, and these trend charts you can able to see this. I think Ms. Keita will explain about all this food export data. This I took it, the data from the EPIDA only. Even though I am telling in a faster way, exponential increase in the agri and allied exports. So almost, if you see, 3 lakh crores is the exporting happening now. Agriculture products. In that, the ratio, the basmati rice export is a 2 lakh crore, and buffalo meat, non-basmati rice, groundnuts, gorgom, and miscellaneous preparations, cereal preparations, cashew kernel, fresh onions, processed fruits, juices, and nuts. These are the top 10 products are exporting from India to other countries. And if you come to the meat, and the buffalo meat is a major exporting commodity and animal source. Export of animal products including buffalo meat, sheep, goat meat, poultry products, animal casings, and milk products, honey, all these things are happening from India to other countries. If you see, India is successfully exporting buffalo meat to more than 70 countries. Just you see the understanding level of which are very perishable and risky level of the products, 123 countries we are organizing and supplying. So in marine products, in coming to the meat, and buffalo meat is almost exporting the 70 countries globally in Southeast Asia, Middle East, Africa, CS countries. The major markets of Indian buffalo meat are Vietnam, Malaysia, Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Indonesia, UAE, Algeria, and Russia. But you have to remember that India has an excellent track record of over 50 years, and no country has ever implicated Indian bovine meat in any form of livestock diseases. So if you are targeting, see, these are all animal sources. In animal sources itself, we are contributing a major exports, and we are successfully exporting from India to other countries. Why not to export agriculture commodities and related allied products? Marine food exports. Just I explain all the details, the how 123 countries we are exporting a different. If you consider that is a major portion is a shrimp, frozen fish, other things. The best countries to export means we need to understand in a strategic point of view. So the people, the population, we need to understand. Half of the world's population lives in the 7 countries. You need to understand what are those 7 countries. United States, that they have a 338 million population. Brazil, 215 million population. Nigeria, 219 million population. Pakistan, 236 million population. India, 1.417 billion. And China, 1.426 billion. Then Indonesia, 276 million population. If you see, the 7 country population is 4.13 billion. Population of all other countries, 3.85 billion. So then you understand, apart from the India, where you can able to supply and to export, the people, where the people are living, what kind of foods they are eating, if you understand. So accordingly, you have to prepare your food product R&Ds here, developments. And considering the best countries to export, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and US, Kuwait, Oman, and Qatar, Nepal, UK, Singapore, Bahrain. Total 1.3 crore. The 10 countries according to number of Indian citizens settled abroad as of now. It is the population 1.3 crore. As I told you the previous slide, it is a major population is available 7 countries. Now I am telling the Middle East and other countries, the population of Indians, you can see 1.3 crore is available, and 10 US cities. You understand how the population in US with the highest population of Indians. You need to understand this. In United States, almost 44 lakh, and United Arab Emirates, UAE, 34 lakhs, Malaysia, 29 lakhs, Saudi Arabia, 25 lakh, Myanmar, 20 lakh, United Kingdom, 18 lakh, Canada, 16 lakh, Sri Lanka, 15 lakh, South Africa, 15 lakh, Kuwait, 10 lakh. All the Indian populations are available. So these segments are very useful for ready to eat and ready to cook categories. You can able to target, why? Because Indian people are residing into those countries. So now I wanted to tell, so the people who want to get the export license, the journey of export license, how to get the export license. The first and foremost is that the firm has to be registered. Once you register, and either it may be a proprietary, partnership, private limited, LLP, or society extra, anything which is comes under Indian regulations. And once you register your firm, then you have to go for the GST and PAN card, opening a bank account. You should have all these things with you. Then you go for MSME registration, Ujog Aadhaar, through online. Get a priority application of license. What is the advantage? What is the advantage of MSME registration? Means get a priority and application of licenses and certificates issued by the government of India. Why? Because now we are putting our effort towards to get the FSS license and other things also. So now the next level up, once you got the MSME registration or Aadhaar, then you apply import export code, that is importer exporter code, which is mandatory for exporters or importers. IEC number granted by the DGFT. It is very simplest process. Whatever I am telling, the firm registration also you can able to make it an online, and the states are allowing, and the same thing, it is an online process only. MSME registration and Udyoga Aadhaar also, it's an online process only. It's all import export code generation also. 2 days is time period. Once you enter into the food FSSA license part, why? Because you are going to export from the India to other countries, so you should have a FSSA license on the name of exporter, trade merchant, or exporter, manufacturing and exporter. So you have to apply. So it takes, if you submit all the necessary checklist documents, it almost take a 7 working days to 10 working days, not more than that, if you submit all the proper documents. Once you completed your FSS license, please apply all the membership of different registrations, that is from export promotion councils. EPIDA, you need to register EPIDA registration. At the same time, CEPC, FIEO, these are all federation import exporter organizations, and commodity boards like coffee board, spice board, tea board, authorities, EPIDA, MPIDA, PIC, wherever the membership RCMC registration come membership certificate is a mandatory from India to other countries if you are exporting. So that you have to complete the entire exercise of exporting license as well as RCMC registrations. So then
we have about 2 more minutes.
Yeah, I want to complete. Export roadmap for the road, that is a selection of a product. Always select your product with a food quality, food safety point of view. The packaging and shelf life, preferably 12 months more than that. Why? Because almost all the global distributors, they'll demand more than 12 months of the shelf life. That you have to take care about your product. And the selection of markets, overseas of the market research. So the covering market size, competition, all these things, payment terms, and everything has to be considered. And export promotion agencies, EPIDA, Spice Board, Indian missions, all colleagues, and this information you will get it. Finding a buyers, you can virtual buyers also, virtual meetings also happening. You can able to get the buyers through government agencies, EPIDA, all these boards also. At the same time, sampling, you need to give your samples to the customer, and foreign buyers, if they agree, then you have to go for the pricing costing. That includes the free on board and cost, insurance, freight, all these things. Costing has to be done at your end, and negotiation with the buyers. So whatever the price, once you fix it, and the negotiation has to be completed. And once you are exporting from India to other countries, covering risk through ECGC, that is Export Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited. So where the buyer is placing order without making advance payment, opening or letter credit, it is advisable to procure a credit limit on the foreign buyer from ECGC to protect against a risk of non-payment. That you have to take care. Export document checklist. If you want to export, these are the documents are necessary: commercial invoice and letter credit, letter of credit, billing of bill of landing, quality certification, test reports, certification of origin, inspection certificates, dock receipt and warehouse receipt, destination control statement, insurance certificate like from the ECGC, and export license, FSSA, export packing list, and phyto sanitary certificate, and as well as health certificate, either from the NPPO approved agency at the port, and at the same time EAC also. Facility registration, USFDA. If you want to export to the USA, you should have a facility registration, and this need to be followed against to the country law, the importing country law. The 13th one is the labeling. Labeling is very essential. Again, this is also against the import country regulations you need to follow on the labeling of the food. products, packings, and MSDS, material safety data sheets, and a letter of credit that will be explained in a. You need to understand this letter of credit. Step one, the purchase. I want to show into this format: a buyer and seller, and in between the bank will be there. In bank, it will be the arrangement between the buyer and seller. The agreement will happen. Once the agreement happen, the buyer will give the amount to this one, and this buyer bank will release the letter of credit to the seller. And phytosanitary certificate. Phytosanitary certificates at the time you can able to get it through NPPO approved authorized agency at the ports. And food labeling as per the import country regulations, you need to complete the labeling part. And export strategy and the transport. That entire strategies will be discussed by the next sessions. So I hope I completed my session. And you need to understand the travel distance part as a strategy. Only the transport, what is the container you are choosing, and the third is the transport distance. Say for example, Mumbai to India to Mumbai to USA typically take a 45 days. So that you need to understand the quality of the product and packing material, humidity barriers, all the things need to be assessed. Okay. And export benefits to the exporters make Indian food industry organize and compete with the international standards. Exports make emerging food science and technology utilization in Indian food value chain. Food quality, food safety, shelf life are so essential. Exports improve the skill set and manpower in India food value chain and get opportunity in other developed countries, increase India GDP contribution. The major is that whatever you are doing domestic sales, apart from that, if you are involving in the export, always give the benefit to the India, and as well as it will make a beneficial for the society. The export challenge is also there. However, the country needs to address the following elements, that is agri production practices, that is good agriculture practices, supply chain and logistics, that is also we need to improve. Streamlining regulatory compliance practices, that is integration between the regulatory and other agencies, delivering a transparency and traceability using technologies, developing a product suited to the global palette. The quality regime in the agri production system needs to be strengthened end to end from the choice seeds to production practices to better planning and storage to ensure reliable and unbroken supply to global clients. So there are different challenges I briefed about in the another slide. So these are the things about my session, and I want to tell about my organization. So on behalf of Pioneer Food Solution, today I have given my lecture. So we are in the part of Food Science and Technology Services Consulting. We enable the clients to create executive strategies of food science and technology transformation. And PSF have a solution to food value chain, that is agri farms, agri produce, packing and storage, food research, processing and testing and packing. We are into the trade. We are into the food diets and food waste management process also. We are involving. We have a ready platforms are available. And brief about our services. PFS is one-stop services provider for food value chain for the new and existing food business operators. We are into the market research and detailed project reports. We have a R&D lab. Name call it as a smart food lab. That is a contract research organization. And we are supporting a DSIR scheme assistance and the processing units, the turnkey projects we are doing for the processing units. And we are supporting the subsidy schemes in MOFB. And at the same time, we have another division for the quality assurance, ISO 22000, BRC, Halal, and FSMA certification. And we are the part of quality control, and we have a food lab setup, and we do the food lab setups and into different organizations of the food industry. And we are, as an enable assessor, I do the 17025 audits for the different laboratories throughout the India, as well as we support the regulatory part of view, that is a national FSSA related works we take care, and at the same time we have associates in the throughout world. We have associates to do the regulatory activities apart from FSSA we do other things also for our clients. In the domestic part, we support EAC, APEDA, Spice Code related RCMC registration and the related works. And the third is the training. What we used to do the fast track advanced manufacturing trainings, and as well as other trainings also we provide. And the marketing strategy, we do the distribution network and the domestic as well as the exports. We have a linkage with the marketing teams in other countries also. And allied food industries also, we do the support services. Thank you. And if you have any questions.
Yeah. So I think we will keep the questions to the end. Thank you for a wonderful session. It was very informative. I would now call upon Ms. Kirtana from APIDA to present her presentation and also walk us through what are the facilities that APIDA can help us, the entrepreneurs.
Good morning, now. So
Yeah.
Good morning, all. As you all, so myself, first of all, Kirtana, Business Development Manager from APEDA Regional Office, Chennai. So as you all know that APEDA is mandated with agri and processed food products exports. So let's get into PPT to know more about the APEDA and its role in export. So
you can maximize the size of the left. Yeah.
Is it visible also?
Left. No, not there. Just before the 100%. There you can see 3 icons. Yeah, there. Yeah.
Is it visible now, sir?
You clicked on that?
Yes, sir.
Can you click once again?
I think the screen selected is the other one. Share screen is not fully selected. That's why it is showing what is selected. You can select stop sharing, and once again you can share full screen so that it will come. I can share the screen once again so that it will come.
Okay, sir.
Now you can click on that.
Is it okay now, sir?
Or on the complete right hand side, you can click on that. Next to the plus button on the screen. No, it's not changing. Okay, fine, you can continue.
Can I proceed now, sir?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So as you all know that APEDA is coming under Ministry of Commerce, which is established in 1968, mandated with agricultural and processed food products export. So APEDA is dealing with issue the registration certificate like RCMC, and for rice export we are issuing RCAC certificate, and for groundnut we are issuing COE certificate of export certificate. So like that we are doing the registration of all these certificates, and also APEDA is the authority to facilitate the exports of APEDA's So, and promoting the facilitation of export, APEDA is providing assistance to exporters in three major components like infrastructure development, quality development, and market development. And also APEDA is mandated with promoting GI products. So GI products, you all know, aware of it, that it's a sign used for which is having unique taste and quality with respect to geographical location. And also for market access and market development, APEDA is organizing regular buyer-seller meet and trade fair. So these are all the products coming under the mandate of APEDA. So like fresh fruits and vegetables, meat products, and poultry and other poultry products like meat and egg and dairy products, and all alcoholic beverages, groundnut pea and pickles, and cut flour export also coming under APEDA's mandate. So coming into the export of India, 41% share is cereals, and 23% of exports falls under animal products, and 19% falls under processed food products, and 8% of products are processed fruits and vegetables, which is exported from India. So these are all the major products which exported from India to other countries. Like the first and major exporting product is non-basmati rice and basmati rice. So buffalo meat, wheat, maize, and groundnut processed vegetables are exporting from India throughout other countries. So coming into the state-wise export, so Gujarat got first place in terms of export. So after that, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh. So Karnataka got placed in 10th place when it comes to export. So these are all the countries which APEDA's, India's products export to other countries. So Bangladesh is the major importing country from India, and Saudi Arabia, and USA, Hong Kong, Nepal, Malaysia. So these are the countries who are who are importing products from India to their countries. So statistics of different food products export from India. So when it comes to processed foods and juices and nuts, Netherlands having a higher importing from India, followed by USA, Saudi, and UK, France, Russia. When it comes to processed vegetables, so like dehydrated vegetables and other processed vegetables, USA is the leading importer from India, and UK, Germany, Thailand, Nepal. So and Getkins. So USA, Russia, Canada are the mostly importing the Getkins from India. And jaggery and confectionery importing countries. So the leading countries are Indonesia, Nigeria, Tanzania, and Nepal, USA, Vietnam, Oman, and Malaysia. And mango pulp is also exporting highest from Tamil Nadu and Karnataka to other countries. So to Saudi Arabia, to Netherlands, Yemen, USA, UK, Germany, so to these countries. And coming to the cereal preparations, USA, Nepal, Bangladesh, and UK are the major importing countries of cereal preparations from India. Alcoholic beverages. So Singapore, USA, Ghana, these are all the countries importing alcoholic beverages from India. When it comes to milled products like wheat flour, maize flour, and rice and other cereal flours, USA is the leading country which importing from India, and Somalia, Sri Lanka, Indonesia. So these are all the countries importing milled products from India. So the other, so here I shown some of the value-added products from agricultural commodities. So banana. So by using banana, we can export like banana flour-based products as a baby food, and banana powder, and you can prepare as a health mix and biscuits and soup mix. So processed mango products are also highly exporting from Tamil Nadu and Karnataka to all over the world. So these are all some value-added products prepared from mango. So like jam, jelly, and juice, and mango pulp, like that. So coming into the cut flour industry, so rose is the highly exported flour from India. So it's exported to USA, Netherlands, and Canada, and Germany. So to get APEDA's registration, you have to be a proprietor or partnership from either. So first you have to get import-export code from DGFT. So as Paniprakash sir said, it is the basic and mandatory for getting into import or export. So it IE code, it is called the import-export code. So we can get it from DGFT authority by online. So it's very simple process. And after that only you can apply for RCMC in APEDA. So RCMC is a registration cum membership certificate. To export any of these following agricultural and processed food products, you have to get this RCMC from APEDA. So it is a basic and mandatory certificate for export. So all agri and processed food products are coming under APEDA except tea, coffee, and spices, oil, coconut. Because these products are having separate authority to deal for exports. So like tea is having tea board, and coffee having coffee board, and coconut also having coconut development board in Kochi. So you can get RCMC for exporting those products by applying to those authorities. And for export business, once you identify the buyer, you can verify your buyer's genuinity with the ECGC. ECGC in the sense Export Credit Guarantee Council. So corporation, you can check the buyer's genuinity with this authority. So you can register as a merchant exporter or manufacturer exporter. So if you want to apply as a merchant exporter, the IE code itself is enough. And if you want to apply as a manufacturer exporter, so you want to upload the documents like FSSI and MSME and IE code. These certificates is enough to apply for RCMC. So when it comes to export market parameters, so the product is have to be hygienically packed, and that MRL level is very important when it comes to export. So maximum residual limit, and the documents required for export business. So invoice and packaging certificate and certificate of origin from which country, certificate of origin in the sense from which country, which port you are sending your product. So like shipping bill, airway bill, letter of credit as Panitraka sir is already explained, and phytosanitary certificate. So it is issued by NPPO organization. So to avoid the outbreak of pest and diseases to other countries, and global gap certificate. So it is the certificate provided for food safety and health certificate. So if you want to export animal and meat products, you have to get a health certificate from EIA. EIA is Export Inspection Authority and Export Inspection Agency. So you have to get a health certificate from them. So then only you can export any meat and animal products. And when RCAC certificate is a registration cum allocation certificate, which is issued by APEDA for exporting basmati rice to any country. So for exporting peanut and peanut products, we have to get COE, certificate of export from APEDA. And for exporting any products to China, you have to get a GACC certificate from China. So APEDA's registration is very simple process. So once you get once you got your IE code, so please just log into our website apeda.gov.in. Then you can find as an option or register as member. So there you can enter your IE code and mail ID, mobile number. So you can get into our application. So with the necessary document, you can apply within 1 or 2 days. The certificate will be issued. So for exporting floriculture and cutstart-based products, so you have to get certificate from Department of Horticulture. If you are a producer, you have to get a cultivation letter from horticulture. If not, RCMC is enough to export. And when it comes to fresh fruits and vegetables, you must have to get NPPO certificate. So to export poultry and honey-based products, you have to get EIA, Export Inspection Agency's certificate. That is health certificate. So for exporting alcoholic beverages, you have to get certificate from Department of Excise Commissioner. So depending upon the importing countries, the importing countries regulation will vary. So to export to China, you have to get SFDA certificate, and to export to China, you have to get a GACC certificate. And for exporting any organic products from India, you have to get NPOP certificate, which is a National Program for Organic Production. APEDA is the secretariat for NPOP. So you have to get this certificate to export organic products. And to export a fresh mango, so there is a parameters in different. So depending upon the importing countries, you have to treat that mango in different treatment. So for exporting to Japan, you have to do water treatment, vapor heat treatment at 47.5 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. So to export to South Korea, you have to do vapor heat treatment about 30 minutes at 46.5 degrees Celsius. So depending upon the country, this may vary. So this is our website's homepage. You can find a register as exporter. So just check our website to So to facilitate the export of agribusiness by providing assistance to the assistance. So APEDA having financial assistance under these major components. One is the export infrastructure development, and one is quality development, and one is market development. So under export infrastructure development, so we are giving facilities like pack house, so financial assistance to build a pack house and a pre-cooling units. And for perishable, you have to maintain a cold storage. So for building those infrastructure facilities, APEDA is giving financial assistance. And a quality development system. So APEDA is providing a financial assistance to installation of quality management systems and laboratory testing equipments. And so once you have to export your products, it is mandatory to submit a test certificate from the concerned authority. So for the testing charges, APEDA is giving 40% subsidy. So for market development, so if you are participation in international trade fair or exchange of trade delegations, or organizing any buyer-seller meet, or developing package standards for new products and upgrading the existing standards, APEDA is giving financial assistance up to 40%. So to know more about complete details of financial assistance, please check our website. It is apeda.gov.in. So this documents are full of about the financial assistance. Please check on our website to know more about that. So if the exporter it falls under SC or ST category, or the RCMC holder is women beneficiary, so they can get up to 75% of financial assistance from APEDA. So these are all the infrastructure facilities are established with the APEDA's support. So this is the pack house. So the complete processing line, which facilitate export, and cold storage facility. So you also avail financial assistance for reefer van, which facilitate for transportation of perishables. So and also APEDA is built a traceability system for following products. So HortiNet and PNet, MeatNet, TraceNet. So in HortiNet, you can find the export procedure for all fruits and vegetables, and what are all the importing regulations what are all the importing regulations of different countries, and what are all the MRL level tests to be taken to export the particular product. And PNet.net is for groundnut product export. So TraceNet is the traceability system to export organic products. So and also in our website you can find one option like a Farmers Connect portal. So it will act as a bridge between FPO, farmer producer organization, and farmers and exporters. So FPO and exporters can make their profile and post their buy leads and sell leads. So it is to create a market linkage between FPOs and exporters, and national program for organic production. So NPOP is the system which give assurance to the organic products production. So APEDA is the secretariat for NPOP. So under NPOP, there are 34 certification bodies are there. So if you want to get organic certificate for any agricultural or processed food products, you can apply through that 34 certification bodies. So when it comes to export of organic products, so NPOP certificate is mandatory. So to promote, to create market access and market development, APEDA is made these products to reachable to other countries. So Banganapalli from Andhra Pradesh, we made a trial shipment to South Korea. So like that, the following products from different states are made a trial shipment to other countries to create the market access. So Moringa from Tamil Nadu made trial shipment to Australia, Vietnam, Ghana, and USA, and millet products from Uttarakhand trial shipment to Denmark.
These were all shipments made by APEDA themselves, or like APEDA encouraged these shipments to be done?
Sir, APEDA, with the support of APEDA, exporters.
Exporters did this.
To...
When was this done?
Sir?
When was it done?
So it's in different periods, sir. Not period. So and also to creating a market access to other countries, APEDA is continuously organizing virtual buyer-seller meet and trade fairs all around the countries. So, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Kirtana, for giving a kind of a crisp overview of what APEDA does, how APEDA can help the entrepreneur, what are the registrations that an entrepreneur has to do before approaching APEDA, and also the kind of support he can expect from them. It's truly remarkable in what all areas he can export to these countries. With that, I would now want to call upon Ms. Darshana Thakkar, who will be talking about the new age marketing techniques which a typical food entrepreneur can look at, other than the existing distributor, super stockists, and stockist kind of a channel. So, what are the new marketing techniques? Over to you, Ms. Darshana.
Thank you, Guru Prasad ji, for inviting me over here. And thank you, Bhani Prakash, and thank you, Kirtana, for providing very useful information for the members. And Kirtana is given absolutely fabulous information for the export market for the food industries. Guys, I would like to share something as I undergone a critical surgery for my eye retinal detachment 3 weeks ago. So I was not able to prepare any presentation, but as I am doing number of programs, events, even online, offline, even in Gujarat, and I'm with government of Gujarat also for entrepreneurship development program. So many informations are available with me on the tip of my fingers. So instead of sharing this slides and presentation, I would like to bore all of you with my verbal instruction and information sharing all that. So please bear with me for this time.
No problem.
And first time after this surgery, I am facing the screen for the first time. I was under the bed rest for almost 3 weeks because of this surgery, and my vision is not resumed completely. It will take another 2 to 3 weeks to resume my complete vision on my right eye. So that's why my eye is a little bit halfly opening, partially opening. So quickly, I will not take much time and will quickly jump to the topic of the marketing strategy. I will just first give my brief introduction. Myself, Darshana Thakkar, I am founder of Transformation, the Strategy Hub. My company is having main 3 verticals. First is MSME transformation. Second is startup mentoring, and third is women entrepreneurship. I love to empower the woman, love to encourage the woman to be in the entrepreneurship journey. In Gujarat, I am associated with the Government of Gujarat Association, that is CED, Center for Entrepreneurship Development. I am there as an MPanel functional expert. I am doing a lot of program with the government and other private universities and colleges also for the startup. with the government of Gujarat and the incubation center. I'm a part of the incubation center, startup mentor and screening committee mentor in the startup department. So with this, my focus area is to empower, encourage, grow the MSME, the small business, the Laghu Udyog of the India. As far as the MSMEs are concerned, in the India, MSME is the second largest employment generating tech sector in the India. First largest is of course the agriculture industry. The food industry is a subsidiary of the agriculture, but agriculture is the first largest employment generating sector in India, and MSME is the second largest. As Bhani Prakash shared that almost 11 crore people are receiving the employment with the help of the MSME. And as far as the contribution of the MSME in our country is concerned, in our GDP, MSMEs are contributing to almost 30%. 1/3 of the GDP is contributed by the MSME sector. And most important, export. As far as export is concerned, our export MSME is contributing to almost 45% to the Indian export. This is as per the data of Ministry of MSME. 45% export, which means we are having large number of large corporates. Big corporates are there in India, but even in case of export, again the lead is in the hand of MSME. Large 6.33 crore MSMEs are contributing to 45% of the export of India. This is the huge number. Now, why this number can be up to 50%, 60%, and even in contribution of GDP, this percent can be more than 35 to 40%. But why we are lacking in this numbers? The reason is poor and improper marketing strategy. Most MSME companies are doing. I'm working with the MSME for last 27 years, and I work with lot of MSMEs. But what I observe with MSME is that I am also part of MSME. I say myself as an MSME company. We are not doing enough marketing for our business. We are not doing proper strategy. We are not establishing proper strategy of the business. What we are doing is almost we do the sales. First, we need to understand the difference between marketing and sales. Almost we are doing the sales. Another part is branding versus marketing. We are combining all this, marketing, branding, advertising, sales, all this we replace with each other, but it is not the true. We have to establish the brand in the market first. Before deciding any marketing strategy, we have to consider many factors to establish the marketing strategy, whether our platform is right, our target market is right, our marketing material is right, our timing is right, our frequency right. All these factors you have to consider before establishing any marketing strategy. For another part is we are not also allowing any budget to the marketing. We are keeping a sales distribution channel is traditionally products are distributed through distribution channel. Distributors are there, dealers are there, retailers are there. These people are there, but not strategically aligned. So we have to establish first marketing strategy. For that, there are any other difference. There are B2B, B2C, and direct to consumer. There are different variant for the marketing, for the distribution, for the sales of the product. Now, in case of food product, it is very sensitive product. While we eat anything, we think twice or thrice before putting anything in our mouth. We refer to the quality, we refer to the brand, we refer to the reliability of the product. Often it happens that we eat any kind of street food and then we have a problem in our stomach and all the food poisoning, all that. And that time we refuse or regret to take the food repeatedly. So especially for the food product, we have to establish your company, your brand as a quality product, as a specific sectorial product and premium product or economic product. You have to establish your brand value in your target market. Now you have to say is target market. Target market is very first step you have to decide before deciding any marketing strategy. Target market in the sense of there are many different variables. Is your target customer in your regional area, or you are planning to sell your product in other part of the country, other part of the state, other part of the world, like that. So we have to decide the geography of your target market. Another factor is age group of your target market. Which kind of people are going to consume your product? Directly, ready to cook, snacks are there, dairy product, beverages, any products are there. Target market, whether they are senior citizens or middle people or children's and all that. Another factor we have to consider is gender, male versus female. Secondly, cultural habit. Our India is having diversity of culture in all the states and all the part of the country. So in some part of the country, people are having, for example, like in Gujarat, Gujaratis are very fond of eating outside food, ready to eat food, and like that, weekends and all that. And that too, in the other metro cities and urban part of the country, people are ready to fond of the outsider food, frozen food, ready to eat food, like that. But as far as the rural area are concerned, this kind of food priority and habits are different. They are not so oftenly ordering the food from the outside, ready food and all that. So you have to select that category also, which area, which regional part of the country is your target market. Then habit. For example, in case of senior citizens, for example, senior people are not easily adapting the outsider food. They always prefer to have homemade food, healthy food, hygienic food. So this is also another factor you have to consider before deciding your marketing strategy. So these are some factors you have to decide first. You have to do the analysis of this factor about your target market. Once you decide your target market, then next step you have to decide your volume of the production. I face many clients that, for example, they have a capacity of 1 ton of production capacity is there with their per month, for example, for a particular product, and they are spreading the market pan India. What happens after some time, they are facing shortfall or bottleneck of the production and demand and all that. If they do the larger marketing, the larger geographical area. So first of all, based on your production capacity, because these all the factors of your business, includes your financial capacity as well. Your financial capacity, your supply side. If your supply side input material is not enough, not sufficient, because any product marketing or sales, all these related field, you have to consider that supply, your production capacity, your packaging and all the other capacities, and your distribution capacity, all these are in line with your production capacity or not. Then you decide the marketing volume. Based on your production capacity, you have to decide the marketing plan. One more important factor I often see is that people are confusing with the branding and advertising and marketing. So first decide your strategy for the branding, making your brand, because if you wanted to establish your product as a premium brand or economic brand or medium value, or you can distribute to different category as well. Many products are having economic range as well and premium range as well. You can also decide about the size of the packaging. For example, bulk packaging, family pack, or a small packaging for the retailers and area. So that way you have to deciding the size of the packaging, and then you can decide the marketing. For example, now people are saying that, for example, this Ariel and this Surf Excel is available in 10 rupees sachet also. So this is the marketing plan to target the lower middle class customer. So based on your packaging and all other manufacturing facilities, you can decide your marketing plan. What often I observe is marketing material, marketing content. It also play a very important role. Established players are having their good established marketing and PR team and all that. But the small entrepreneurs are really lacking with all this information. And so stick to your brand, stick to your logo, stick to your designing, your packaging material and all that. Once you design your packaging material, stick to it. Make your brand, your content, your marketing material, your brochures, your flyer, or website, all your social media handles and everything, make symmetrical and synchronize all the platforms with your brand value, your content, your materials, and your products, and all that. So now, after deciding all these factors, you have to decide the marketing channel. There are now in the digital era, there are two main major area of the marketing. One is online. I'm sorry, I will go just quickly because we are running out of time. So I will just try to finish as quick as possible. There are offline versus online marketing in the digital era in India. Almost as per the survey, I have many reports are there, but I am not able to share you with quickly. So almost 2 to 3 hours average Indian are spending on the internet. In the world, we are third largest internet consumer. So almost we are consuming average 2 to 3 hours per day on the internet. So the main platform for nowadays marketing is digital platform where the internet is connected, whether it is social media, whether it is a blog, it is YouTube, it is article, anything, any digital media, internet is quick, effective, easy, and affordable solution for the marketing. But of course, it depends, as I told earlier also, you have to consider first your target market. If your target customer is senior citizen, then they are not able to access the internet so frequently. So the marketing strategy for your company online is not sufficient or satisfactory. So after deciding all the above factors of the target customer, geography and all that, you have to decide it is online or offline. Online marketing, you can have many choices for the free version of the online marketing. There are many paid ads are there, Google ads and Facebook ads and all that. But first of initially, you can start with your many free tools are there on the internet available now. So you can start with the free online marketing branding. You have to establish your brand first. You just share your customer testimonial, customer feedback on the internet, and you can spread your market in the your at least your local, your regional area. Another powerful medium, if you are a big company and you can afford the TV advertisement, you can go for the TV. It is TV advertisement. It is very quick and effective if you go on the prime time show, but it is quite costly, of course. You can have the newspaper advertisement, local handbill, local small advertisement, all that are the offline marketing are there. And most important powerful tool for your product marketing is your existing customer. Try to satisfy your customer. That will be spread your product across in their own network. So marketing with customer satisfaction is a powerful tool. There is no other marketing tool so powerful than your own customer loyalty, customer, so always try to satisfy your customer, and especially in the food product. Recurring customer scope is there. If you are going for the capital product, appliance and all that, repetition of the customer frequency is very less. Once you purchase any appliance or capital product, you will purchase after 4, 5 or 10 years only. But in the food products, your customer is your recurring frequent customer. So maintain your product quality as well, so that the customer can be repeated, the customer can refer to other customer as well. So these are some tools and techniques you can establish for the marketing strategy. I would like to add one more thing with refer to the information shared by Kirtana, that Apeda is also doing very good for the export. As Kirtana said that international marketing is also there. So many countries, there are many food and product sector specific expos are being organized in many countries, like engineering expo. I'm from the engineering background, so engineering expo, food expo, then other product ceramic expo and plastic expo and machinery expo and all that. So these kind of expos are so frequently organized in India as well and in out of the country as well. So if you can afford and if you can plan, you go for it. Our Indian products are very popular and in very much demand in other countries. So take the help of Apeda for the expo. I am sure that Apeda is providing the subsidy as in our engineering product. Engineering, this government of India is providing subsidy for the product for this expo and all that. So similarly, APEDA is also helping this food entrepreneurs for the product expo. They are, I think, they are providing subsidy for the 1% travel airfare allowance and even subsidy for the stall booking and all that. So take the benefit the government of India is providing for all these marketing activities of your product. So these are the quick information I would like to share. And of course, one more thing, frequency and timing of the advertisement is also important. If your product is on internet, a person can check internet, mobile at any time, you know, at the midnight or in the morning, in the afternoon, all that. So this is one factor. And if you go for the prime time TV advertisement, the people only watching the same channel all the time can view your product, your advertisement. But if you are online, then anytime any people can check your product. And even benefit of the online marketing is that they can give you the feedback, they can ask you the questions, they can ask for the trial, they can ask for the samples and all that. So these are the, so it is interactive medium. Social media and digital media is the interactive medium of advertisement and marketing. So use the tools are easily and affordably available in the market. So I would like to complete my session over here. I appreciate if the questions are there. It is because question answer is most effective solution to their queries. So complete my session over here. And if there is any question, please let me know. And can even I am sharing here with my LinkedIn profile on the chat box. You can check my profile. You can see my profile. I am sorry for small period of time I am not able to respond to any messages on social media and my platform, but I will respond as soon as possible as I recover from the this tragical surgery. So
sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you all
Ms.
participants for hearing me and giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Darshana, for a crisp introduction into the marketing channels. One question which most of the entrepreneurs come to us have is since they are just starting up, you said they need to keep a marketing budget. So how do they try to put in a marketing budget, and how much percentage would you suggest from their existing?
Normally, the established company are keeping marketing budget up to 10%, starting from 2% to 10%. But for startup, I suggest that they don't need to spend much on marketing budget, but they need to spend some time and focus on the marketing. As I told, digital and this digital media and social media is very quick and effective. So at least normally all the startups can start the business with their own region only, in the local area only. So they have to spend very less percent. Even if the business is very small, they can start with a small handbill distribution and newspaper advertisement. It requires very small budget. You can say maximum 2,000, 3,000 rupees per month will be sufficient for them for the marketing. And even in the digital platform also, there are many scope. They can use the free tools available for the marketing. So initially, but if you are not ready to spend the money, you have to spend some time and some focus, and keep your marketing material very crispy. Don't give overloaded information in the marketing material. If you have a visiting card, I see visiting card of some people with full size letterhead size and 20, 25 items. So you have to understand that people should read the paper. Normally people can spend 3 to 5 seconds in saying one brochure or card. So it will be catchy in terms of color contrast, in terms of content. Too many content reduces the focus of the person to read this information. So give infographic information like with picture and font, and use as far as possible, use the local language. Don't go for the English. I prefer to use the local language for the local marketing.
Right. So right now we have a poll coming up. I would request all the users over there on the channel to look at the poll and answer the questions. You can see a poll on your screen. Kindly answer the questions. It will hardly take about 5 seconds. We have about 4 questions which need to answer. So all those who are using mobile as well as laptops to attend this webinar, you can see a poll on your screen. kindly take a look at the questions and request you all to give your answers. The poll will be live for another 10 to 15 seconds. And as people are answering, I think one of the best channels as of today, if you are looking at your own brand or you're making up a brand in a small segment or a niche segment, Instagram is something that most of the people are using. Not to get business as such. Maybe, I mean, there is an option to get business, but more to get people to know about your brand. You can be creative over there, and like how Darshana ma'am said, if you can spend some time, you can use Instagram in a very nice way. And also, if you are ready to spend money, then there are influencers. Influencers can be looked at who can look at your product and then recommend the product based on their usage, and also tell about the salient features about your products. Then it gets a very viral kind of a reach. So these are two channels which I think you can try. Of course, Instagram can be done freely. You can create an account. You will have to spend more time on it. The influencer marketing, obviously, you will have to spend more money, and they'll be able to give ideas on how to increase the reach and how to target new segments. I think most of you are able to see the poll. If you are not able to see, or if there is any issue, then you can click on polls in the screen below and then answer the questions. With this, I think we have reached the fag end of the session and also fag end of our entire webinar series. I would like to thank all the participants over the last 5 days for being with us and patiently talking to us and getting your queries answered. I hope we have been able to answer a lot of your queries. Some of them have not been answered, I know, because of lack of time. But do write into us. We will circulate it back to the panelists, experts who were there over the last 10 over the last 10 sessions. We had about 30 plus experts. If any of the participants wants to go back and look at the videos, then the same will be shared tomorrow with all the participants who have registered with us. So you can obviously take a look at the videos and ask any doubts or any queries. With that, thank you, Mr. Fani Prakash. Thank you, Ms. Kirtana. And thank you, Ms. Darshana Thakkar, for being with us and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you all, and thank you. And I wish you all the entrepreneur very good luck and very success for your business. I wish all the entrepreneurs will be unicorn in coming years. I will be happy to see any of you as a unicorn in coming 5 to 10 years. So wish you all the best for your grants in your business. Thank you very much all.
Thanks for your wishes. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.